Let's debate tonight, and let's debate tonight with Asaduddin Owaisi, President and Member of Parliament of the Lok Sabha of the All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin, says ban alcohol if you want to ban beef. On the other side tonight, we have Advocate Sanjeev Punalekar, Speaker and Advisor to the right-wing Sanatan Sanstha. Thank you very much for joining us. Sanjay Jha, Spokesperson of the Congress Party. BJP represented by the National Spokesperson and Political Advisor to the Home Minister Rajnath Singh, Sudhanshu Trivedi. Welcome to the debate. Saba, Political Editor of The Outlook. Let's debate this tonight. Now, my first question is to, and I'm opening this up, feel free to come in. Not that you hesitate, but sometimes you do. My first question is to Sudhanshu Trivedi. Sudhanshu Trivedi, tell me, if a student goes on vacation to Kerala to visit his family, his mother makes him beef curry made of cow, bull or bullock meat for him, makes him beef curry, and he brings it home to Mumbai. Will he get arrested for 5 days as per your law, and do you think it's justified?
Arnab, in any case, when you use the phrase that the law of land should prevail, then the law of land is there.
You're not answering the question.
You cannot interpret that I am having one right in the other part of the land, so I must exercise this right on this part of the land. Like in certain cases.
But then why? No, 1 second. Okay, follow up. Follow.
As you cross the border.
You are saying
now,
therefore.
The basic question is not what you are asking. The basic question is whether beef is to be banned or not.
What do you think? You feel it should be banned?
And this is
you feel it should be banned?
Rational,
you feel it should be banned?
And social angle, including the economic angle. Unfortunately, nobody is ready to debate on that.
1 second. I am not going to tell you tonight why I find your argument, and I don't even want to come into the religious angle of this. Because for me, this is not a religious issue, though it is very clear that you are going to try and use the food issue to divide people on the basis of religion. I'm not going to discuss the religious issue. I will ask just one more question and then you can jump in. Sudhanshu Trivedi, you are in power in Goa, right? Ban beef in Goa. Ban beef in Goa, Sudhanshu Trivedi. Goa में आपकी सरकार है.
What?
I am saying, Sudhanshu Trivedi, ban beef in Goa. Why don't you ban beef in Goa?
The reason being, Arnab, what you are trying to say, that you do not want to have any cultural and social angle in this, but I am saying, yes, of course it is this. Is it the respect towards those communities? We are not having this type of any act in Northeast or not in the Goa. But
so so your argument is of food habits, Asaduddin Owaisi. Okay, so with me in the studio is Asaduddin Owaisi. 1 minute. Just a minute.
This is the religious issue in this aspect.
Just a minute. You don't get religion into this. Don't get religion into this.
And Buddhists, not the minority.
No, don't get religion into this.
Can you want to make
don't get religion into this.
Majoritarianism?
You want to get religion into this. You decide today whether you are arguing on the basis of law or religion.
No, this is not the question.
You are arguing on the basis of religion.
Rights of various minorities.
Sir, listen to me. No, listen to me. Okay. I'll get others into the debate because it's not between you and me tonight. 1 second.
Open to all minorities.
Okay. Well, I'll just say one thing. Then I open this up to debate because it's not between you and me. 12 minutes past 9. I haven't got the others in. I'll just make one point and listen to me, Sudhanshu Trivedi. You have the BJP justifying the beef ban in Maharashtra. Goa Chief Minister said it is part of the food habit in the people of this state. Well, it is part of the food habit of a lot of people in Maharashtra. You see, you're not looking at food habits, you're looking at food habits of vote banks.
To this.
For you, it is vote bank politics. Asaduddin Owaisi, please come into the debate. Argument made on cultural grounds. Asaduddin Owaisi to respond, please. Asaduddin Owaisi, you can respond.
Like just 50
Argument
years back.
Is made on religious grounds, let him respond to you.
50 years back.
Okay, so let him respond to you. Let him respond to you.
That these herbal medicines cannot do anything wrong, anything right. Now you are saying go to herbal medicines. So scientific advancement is changing the context. Gradually other people will know and we are making them free.
Okay, so you are saying, so you will
understand the real.
Okay, Asaduddin Owaisi. Asaduddin Owaisi.
No, the important point is, has the Maharashtra government going back on its word? That is what the Prime Minister said when he was addressing a public meeting in Kolhapur during assembly election campaign, The Prime Minister said, sir, I'll remind you for your memory's sake, कि आप कोल्हापुर की चप्पल पहनकर देश की उन्नति के लिए काम करिए. Now, will the Kolhapuri chappal be made in plastic or in leather? Please tell us. You know for a fact that your Prime Minister said that the leather industry trade has to increase from 5 billion to 25 billion. What will happen to leather industry? There are 20,000 units in Maharashtra employing 4 to 5 people. Do you know the economic impact of exchequer which is Maharashtra is going to bone? More than 5 to 6,000 crores. This is not a religious issue. This is an economic issue. This is an issue which relates to food habits. Do you know the consequences of that? And now your government has made the Advocate General of Maharashtra a convenient scapegoat. The Advocate General acts on the instructions given to him by the state government. He is a constitutional authority. He goes and reflects the government's viewpoint. You have made your Advocate General a convenient scapegoat, and now your Chief Minister says, oh no, that is not our policy. What is this? You have an Advocate General which takes instructions from the government of the day, and within few hours after hue and cry, you go back. Is this the sort of governance which you are promising the people of India and the people of the Maharashtra, that you say one thing in court and the Chief Minister makes fun of the Advocate General? Do you know, what is the economic impact? How many, more than 4 lakh people are going to be unemployed? How are you going to do it? And in normal days, in Maharashtra, 60% fodder is not available. What kind of love is this?
A point to be made here, economic impact was the basic argument, Sudhanshu Trivedi, used by the BJP leaders to justify BD and tobacco cultivation and going soft on the BD industry. That was your argument. So his argument is valid. You talk about economic impact for those who depend on the tobacco industry, but you don't talk about economic impact for those from the beef industry. By the way, I'd like to place on record, the BJP representative has not answered my question. No, one second. No, sir, please.
I am asking about the food and economic aspect. Just one question to all the panelists. You all have read in your school day textbook, which is the most comprehensive food available. It is the cow milk. As per the FAO data, 83.3% of the global milk comes from cow. In India, it may be 96 or 97%.
No,
Second thing,
Arnab?
organic farming is gradually popular in the scientific aspect. And the biggest source of organic farming in India is cow dung. So talk strictly on economic aspect.
It
will save our fertilizer, chemical fertilizer.
Sudhanshu, no, 1 second, 1 minute, just a minute. No, Sudhanshu Trivedi, then please answer one question. Saba, I'm coming to you. Answer one question.
Yeah.
Is the cow, is the milk that is procured from cows in Goa less nutritious? Then why don't you have a ban in Goa? If you have the guts, have a ban in Goa, Sudhanshu Trivedi. But you won't, you see, because you will lose the election. The moment you do it in Goa, you will lose the election.
There are 2 points in your logic.
No, there's only 1 point in my logic. You are making it political. You are making it religious.
Number one,
I'm not.
Whether you are accepting my scientific logic or not.
So what scientific logic?
Aspect of Goa.
Please now.
And I am answering that scientifically when it is proven.
No, one
we
second.
hope that in due course of time, the people of other states will also accept. Then we will go to that.
Sir, please don't make a bizarre argument. Are you therefore saying?
You answer my question in a
that's a bizarre argument.
Do you accept this data I have given or not?
Sir,
yes
tell me tonight.
No. Let's come to the political aspect of Goa.
No, 1 sec.
And I would like to see if Sudhanshu ji has an answer to this. Sudhanshu ji, just one very economic proposition for you. The Prime Minister during the campaign talked about pink revolution, and we all know that was an attempt to politicize the export of beef. What is happening today? Arnab, this is a very pertinent point. The BJP government in Maharashtra bans beef here, which means not for internal consumption. India remains today, along with Brazil, the top 2 exporters of beef. The government of Mr. Narendra Modi is allowing the murder, if that's the term that most of the people in the BJP and RSS use, of buffaloes, as long as it is sent abroad. Exports gives you income, exports gives you taxation. They are okay with that. So it's okay for external consumption, but not for internal consumption. That is the hypocrisy of the BJP. That's
why? And Sudhanshu Trivedi, next question coming to you from Saba. Go ahead, Saba.
Sudhanshu, you are talking about the cow being the provider of milk, and first of all, in most places in India, when we talk about beef, we are talking about buffalo.
Right.
Cow slaughters as it is banned. But having said that, are you aware that what you are advocating, you are saying cultural identity? It is not about minorities. Are you aware that Dalits eat beef? Are you aware that tribals eat beef? And let me finish before you interrupt me. Do you know what happens to a farmer when the cow stops producing milk? In a country where you can't look after human beings, have you seen what happens to cows in the streets of in our streets? They eat plastic garbage bags, they are left abandoned. There is an agrarian crisis in northern India. There are farmers are upset. It's not a Hindu issue. It's not even a Muslim issue. It is a farmer's issue. And most of the big meat exporters and the farmers who are distressed about this are not minorities. Let's be very clear. Dalits eat beef. Tribals eat beef, Sudhanshu, so you cannot impose a certain upper caste hegemony and your interpretation on the whole country.
And this is, please, Sudhanshu Trivedi, what are you talking about milk production? By the way, India is the world's largest producer of dairy products. So saving cows is not an issue to bump up milk production. Please understand, don't give me that argument. Factually, you're wrong. I'm asking you for a second time tonight. Is the milk that is produced from cows in Goa less nutritious? Why don't you ban, if it's an issue of, belief for you, respect for the cow for you, why don't you ban it in Goa? Ban it in Goa, lose the election if required,
now
for your principles. And by the way, I one more, Sudhanshu Trivedi, 1 minute. No, I haven't finished. Sudhanshu Trivedi, I haven't finished. You won't take action against Robert Vadra after the CAG report, but you will make this an issue. Prices will keep going up. You won't talk about prices, but you'll make this an issue. Jobs are unavailable today. There is no achhe din for the common man. But you will make this an issue. People are getting increasingly suspicious, Sudhanshu Trivedi, that you keep raising these issues in order to distract the attention of the people from the real issues of jobs, corruption and prices.
Okay, can I just add in
now can I answer?
Sir, please allow me. You are talking about food.
Okay.
Why don't you tell your Prime Minister that why has he cut down 10,000 crores from Anganwadi centers? You talk about food, we have the highest infant mortality rate in India, worse than even Rwanda. You talk about food habits, do you know so much budget has been cut for ICDS? What about that? Why don't you focus on things which are really needed for the poor people of India?
Sudhanshu Trivedi, you are running short of arguments so far, I must say. You don't seem to be convinced about it, and you also haven't answered my argument.
Because 4 or 5 questions have been asked to me. Can I answer?
Sure, please do.
Yeah, now, first on the issue of Sabha. Sabha has very cleverly raised the issue of Dalit seating, scheduled tribe seating, then says this is not the issue related to community. Why, when you are taking the names of the communities, then why it is not the issue related to community, the right of communities? Of course, if there is an issue of one section of society, the other section of society is also having some sort of interest, so leave that thing apart.
Sudhanshu, that's your...
Now I want to come on the economic aspect.
I just
want to ask one question. Globally, well, let me complete the sentence. This is not fair. 4 or 5 questions asking and not allowing me to complete my answer. Now I just want to ask one question. Globally, it is accepted that chemical fertilizers are doing harm to the soil. The country should move gradually towards the organic farming. I just want to ask one question to all the panelists. Which is the biggest source of organic farming in India?
So first I want you to...
Which is available even for those cows who do not milk. The biggest pesticide, organic pesticide available in India is the urine of cow.
Sudhanshu, are you aware?
Unfortunately, you are trying to motivate this issue from a typical rational scientific issue towards an unnecessary political issue.
These kind of bans that you're imposing in the state of Maharashtra.
Second thing, I would like to say
17% has been the growth of
the cow milk.
Beef exports
since
your government has come into power.
You
have decreased the import duty on the machinery to slaughter these animals.
Are you talking about cow milk?
You have decreased the duty.
Sudhanshu?
So if you show me the proof, so food habits should be properly based on the scientific facts and agenda.
Representing the truth.
And unfortunately, nobody is ready to face the fact
on items which are used in the abattoirs.
You are not ready to face the facts. I'm sorry.
No,
for one thing,
by the way, Mr. Modi says pink revolution. Financial incentives.
Welcoming into the debate is Rahul Narvekar. 1 second, opening up the debate to more. Opening up, Sudhanshu Trivedi. I would like to make a suggestion tonight.
Why you are not ready to accept
Sudhanshu Trivedi. 1 second, please. 1 second. Just take a deep breath. 1 minute. You're a Hindu. I am a Hindu. There are many people on this panel who are Hindus. Don't try to make this a religious argument. Let us have a logical argument. Okay? A charge being put on the Newshour tonight. Rahul Narvekar, welcome. Manisha Kayande of the Shiv Sena, welcome. A charge being put by Asaduddin Owaisi that since the Bharatiya Janata Party came to power, led by Mr. Narendra Modi, the amount of exports of beef has gone up by what? You said 15, 16. You have the figures to prove
yes,
it.
17%. Yes.
Watch. A charge being put by Sanjay Jha on the other side.
India is the #1 beef exporting nation in the world, along with Brazil at #2 or Brazil 1.
And these are not cows or bullocks who have died naturally. They would be slaughtered. Somewhere.
And cows, by the way, are banned. Cow slaughter is banned. This is beef. Basically buffalo.
So basically the point being, Rahul Narvekar, welcome to the debate. The point being made is, all hue and cry about nothing. You want an issue on which to try and divide the people on religious lines. You want to make it a big crime if somebody has a beef burger. In fact, let me tell you, Sudhanshu Trivedi, I am shocked that carrying a beef burger, a person can go in jail for 5 years. But for sexual harassment, a person will go in jail for 3 years. In other words, eating a beef burger is a greater crime in the Maharashtra BJP government than carrying out an act of sexual harassment. Right? So this is all a distraction. You're encouraging the slaughterhouse business. You've brought down duties of items used to slaughter cows and bullocks as per what our panelists are saying, and then you are making a big noise about beef, hoping to give it a communal spin. Rahul Narvekar, jump into the debate. You agree with that?
Well, there's no doubt about the fact that this government themselves don't know what policy do they want to implement. If you look at the argument put forward by the Attorney General of Maharashtra, the Advocate General of Maharashtra, he says that this is just the beginning. That means the intention of this government is not to stop at beef. They want to go further.
No, they said they won't. Today, Devendra Fadnavis said no, we won't.
No. 1 minute. Devendra Fadnavis said no after the opposition mounted pressure on him. Till yesterday, the Advocate General was arguing the brief given to him by the state government. The Advocate General has absolutely no authority to put in arguments on his own accord. So he has to argue the brief that is given to him by the state.
You're making
and that was the state stand till yesterday.
You believe in this?
Today, on the floor of the House, when Mr. Devendra Fadnavis was cornered by all the parties in opposition, he was forced to make that statement. Okay. So that only shows, and see the approach of the government. The approach of this government has been anarchic for a time now. If you look at the way they have been functioning, absolutely non-democratic. May it be the land acquisition bill, may it be the ban. They straight away get ordinances, they issue notifications. When the session is on, they don't bother to take the legislature into confidence. This is the functioning of this government. And therefore, to expect a dialogue or to expect to get a consensus is not expected from this government.
Is this about majoritarianism? I want to go straight into the debate. Let's not dodge it. Manisha Kayande, I'd like to bring you into this. Was there any plan?
Yes.
Rahul Narvekar says there was a plan to ban mutton also, because the Attorney General said so. Right? What will you ban next? Fish? No, will you start banning some particular vegetables?
Rahul Narvekar has no right to speak about democratic ways, because he is in a party which has been most undemocratic towards Maharashtra and has caused a lot of harm to Maharashtra. I think we have to go by the census records. We have to go by the census records of the cattle. It is all related to agroeconomics. Look at the cattle census of India. Look at the cattle census of Maharashtra. The cattle population has been declining, and that is a major concern why this ban should be observed.
I
think the government has taken the right move and at the right time.
She's saying today.
And I don't
because
think
Shiv
so
Sena has also
that
not been taken into confidence. They also don't know what is the policy of the BJP government. They are just being dragged along. Madam, let me put the facts clear.
No.
Do you know?
No, definitely
Do you know
not.
what
It's
is
not the
going
fact.
to be the plight of these animals once they retire from the farms? They are going to be left on the streets. Do you have a solution for that? What are you talking about?
I would like to tell Rahul. I would like to tell Rahul.
Are you saying no? One second. Manisha Kayande. One second. Manisha Kayande. By that argument. No, Manisha Kayande. Are you saying
let me finish.
Are you saying there are excess cows in 18 states in India, including Goa, where the BJP will not ban cow slaughter? There are too many cows there. Is that the argument?
Well,
show me the Dr. Kayande. Dr. Kayande, show me the numbers. Show me the census data, whatever data you have, to prove that there are too many cows in 18 states where they are being slaughtered. Show me the numbers.
In the last 6 months, whatever data I have read in the Times of India itself, it shows that the cattle population is declining.
Are you saying?
And let me tell you that the farmer of India
is the cattle population declining only in Maharashtra?
He will never sell his cattle.
Madam,
he will never allow them to be slaughtered.
There are 10,000 other ways of increasing the cattle population.
Other person wouldn't understand.
There are number of other measures to increase the cattle population. Now you answer 3 straight questions.
Yes, and
how are you going to make good the socio-economic problem that you have created because of this ban? How are you going to get the 20 lakh workers associated with this industry back into mainstream?
That's right.
How are you going to give them occupation? Has the Bharatiya Janata Party government even consulted Shiv Sena on this? Do you have an answer to this?
You don't have the cow.
The problem is...
Let her reply. You can't throw 4 questions and not hear.
Shiv Sena was consulted.
Then if they were consulted and if you are a part of this government, give me the answers to these 2 simple questions.
Okay, 30 minutes past 9. We are 25 minutes into the debate.
I am putting across 2 simple questions to you. Answer any one of them.
Rahul Narvekar, I have always felt that you want to take over as an anchor. 1 second, please. Rahul Narvekar, stop, please. Stop trying to moderate the debate. Stop trying to moderate the debate. You're trying to moderate the debate because you are afraid at some point some questions will be put to you. Sanjeev Punalekar, I want this to come from the Sanatan Sanstha today. Tell me, it's not a religious issue. No, admit on national television as a representative of the Sanatan Sanstha.
I will answer.
No, 1 second. Let me ask you a question. If it is a religious issue, the question I want to ask you, right? Why don't you ban fish? Because the fish was an avatar of Vishnu, right? Why don't you ban mutton? Because Gandhiji was a vegetarian who drank goat's milk. And we believe in Mahatma Gandhi. Why don't you ban pork or alcohol? If it's a question of religious sensitivities of everyone matter. Then ban pork and alcohol because Muslims disapprove of both, many of them. Why don't you ban both? If it is a religious argument.
If you give me 2 minutes, I will
give you 2 minutes.
Yes.
After which you'll hear the other side.
And what is not religious? In our view, the decisions which are...
Who is our? Define our.
Yes.
Who is our?
I am telling you,
our means what?
Sanatan Sanstha, all religious organizations, demanded. Religious organizations, Bajrang Dal, VHP, we have all demanded. So I am putting official...
Bajrang Dal. So you are saying it's a Bajrang Dal.
Let me say this.
Bajrang Dal.
Demanded.
Is it a Bajrang Dal view?
They demanded.
Is it a Bajrang Dal, a Sanatan Sanstha view?
They demanded.
And tell me one thing. Since when has the Bajrang Dal and the Sanatan Sanstha represented all Hindus?
Tell
me since when?
Since the time I am telling this.
Tell me since when?
The religion issue comes in picture. Because he is not allowing me to speak. When Mr. Owaisi spoke about Kolhapuri chappal, a misleading statement was made that unless cows are slaughtered, how you will make a chappal? Owaisi Saab is trying to give a picture. You have to slaughter a cow to get the skin for the chappal. The Kolhapuri chappal was invented. Mr. Narvekar knows it, he will tell this, by a Brahmin from Pune, and the original idea was to create chappals out of dead animals. First. Second, while bringing religion, I am asking it. Is Mr. Owaisi demanding in Maharashtra what facilities are given to Muslims should be given to the Chamars and the Matangas. We work there.
What?
With the Matangas. No, in Maharashtra, scholarships of those people are stopped.
Don't try and divert it away into some kind of a caste issue. My question to you is different. My question to you, please. My question to you is different.
Statistics about Dalits.
You first answer my question.
You.
What is the centrality of my question, Mr. Representative of the Sanatan Sanstha? Is that it's a democratic country, a secular country. If the state is to be directed by religious beliefs to frame the laws, then practically, I'm sorry to say, everything will be banned in this country.
Article 48 of the Constitution.
I am saying,
Dr. Ambedkar, you are insulting the panelists here. Article 42 read. Directive principle.
I am saying,
state is supposed to make a law. I am not here to accept that any one of the panelists, or for that matter, one of yourself, are superior than Dr. Ambedkar. And let me ask our Dalit friends, are you with Dr. Ambedkar, or are you with these type of people like
I'm sorry, I don't believe
and Rishi Kapoor, who are only for popularity?
Who is these kind of people? Who do you mean by these kind of people?
The first intellectual is Dr. Ambedkar. We go with Ambedkar. Let it be decided.
But then there are 18 states in India where there are no restrictions on slaughter. There are 18 states in India, 1 minute, where there are no restrictions on consumption.
There are restrictions in Devnar, there is a killing by halal for the sake of appeasing
First of all, don't get so worked up.
No, there is a violation of law. What are we talking? Devnar, you visit with us. We have complained to the Dharmadhikari committee. Where is the halal killing comes? Law prevents it.
You didn't answer my question. If it's a question of, I repeat my question, and I want to point out tonight, right at the start of the debate, it's 34 minutes past 9. I said, don't make it a religious issue. And I am actually asking every representative, including Sanatan Sanstha and BJP, you want to make it a religious issue, then answer my questions. Because if it is a religious issue, ban fish.
Arnab, can I answer?
Ban pork. Yep. Ban mutton.
Arnab, can I
pork is already banned in Devnar. They are not allowing it. And they are not allowing pork in Devnar. Go to
alcohol.
Go to Devnar. It is banned by your police. They are not allowing the pork to take in, sir.
What is important in India today? What is important? This is important in India.
Statement that you will support pork slaughter in that. Are you making? You have no guts. Make the statement.
Who are you referring to?
Sanjay Jha make a statement that pork, if it is stopped, he will come with me and support.
Now, you made a number of comments. You didn't answer my question on whether if the state is to be directed by religious beliefs to frame the law, everything will be banned.
Article 48 guides.
99% of things you will not be able to eat in this country because some religion or the other is against it. And I don't think that is the way out in a democracy. Would any of our panelists want to respond? 1 second. Asaduddin Owaisi, because he referred to you. Asad, are you letting that pass? Are you responding?
This is not a religious issue. This is the cultural issue. In the directive principles of the Constitution, it is written that cow slaughter should be banned.
Okay, 1 second. No, directive principles. On directive principles. On directive principles.
All panelists are the...
On directive principles. I knew you'll use this.
Why the word holy cow is there only with cow?
Sir, 1 minute.
It is written in English.
So you are right. 1 minute.
Holy word with cow.
1 minute.
And now I would like to put one more fact. Indonesia is the biggest Muslim country in the world. If they considered Garud, which is
the I am saying
why cannot...
Okay, 1 minute. No, my point is...
One point and then I'm done.
This is the cultural issue of identity. Nothing doing with religion, but you are trying to understand.
Can I once say, Sanjay, let me come in. No, I want to just make one point. Sudhanshu Trivedi, counter question. Sudhanshu,
and as per the tradition of one of the biggest Muslim countries of the world.
Right, Sudhanshu Trivedi.
And I would also like to quote in this context, even the Mughal Empire, बाबर की वसीयत पर ये उसमें नंबर 2 पे उसने लिखा है कि इस मुल्क में या तो तुम गाय का मांस खा सकते हो या हुकूमत कर सकते हो. And it was not totally permitted till the time of Shah Jahan. It was totally permitted at the time of Aurangzeb. If on the issue of so-called secularism and this type of intellectual, you want to put the country on the line of Aurangzeb.
One second. Asaduddin Owaisi. Now, one second. Now, I actually wanted to make a point here. Can I be permitted to make? I'll take 10 seconds, please. I'll take exactly 10 seconds. My time starts now. After that, Asaduddin Owaisi, Saba, Sanjay Jha can all respond. The counter to the claim... No, one second. Here's my time. Please count. Argument made, cow slaughter is part of the directive principles of state policy. You are correct. That is part of the Constitution. You are correct. Well, prohibition is also part of the directive principles of state policy, Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. Prohibition is. You have not banned alcohol in Maharashtra.
Why have you banned in Gujarat then?
Why have you banned it in Gujarat?
If it is poisonous for Gujarati people, it's poisonous for Maharashtra as well.
I would ask
would you ban alcohol? Would you ban alcohol, which is a cause of major deaths? and look at the NCRB data.
Whether we will ban or not, first of all, I would like to tell you
I don't know,
that
Mr. Sudhanshu, your government, your state government in Maharashtra has not allocated a single pie on the economic impact which is going to happen on this beef ban. You are not talking about why you have cut down ICDS of 9,000 crores. You are not spoken a word. Why did your government bring down the excise and import duty on these machines? Why have you allowed 17%? There is a ban on cow. There is a ban on cow. We respect it. But why do you want to stop all these things? And are you trying to say that your culture can take over whatever the exchequer is losing? Your government.
You really believe in this argument? Sudhanshu, Sudhanshu, first let me test tonight, because I feel somewhere, Saba, 1 minute, somewhere, usually on most occasions, let me say 99% of them, it appears Asaduddin Owaisi believes in what he says. 1 minute. Tonight is one of those instances when I believe Asaduddin Owaisi does not seem to have that conviction in his voice when he's making the economic argument.
No, there is an economic argument.
No. If there is the economic argument, then let me tell you this. Your MLA Imtiaz Jalil has spoken about banning pork and banning alcohol. Has he or has he not?
He has, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then let me tell you, what about the economic impact there? What about the hundreds and thousands of people who are... No, let me complete. Asaduddin Owaisi, let me complete. What about the thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, Asaduddin Owaisi, who are involved in the pork trade? What about the hundreds of thousands of people, Asaduddin Owaisi, involved in the alcohol industry? The alcohol industry employs millions of people, their livelihoods. Why make a proposal that jeopardizes their livelihoods?
Exactly.
No, 1 second.
No, can I answer?
Of course.
The reason being that when Mr. Sudhanshu talks about cultural thing, this is nothing but talking about a majoritarian form of democracy.
No. He's bringing the religious arguments. So
I am not.
You are.
Why Imtiaz Jalil had raised an issue?
No, let me come.
In his constituency, a 50-year-old man, fully drunk, had sexually assaulted a 2-year-old girl in Aurangabad. And my question is, if it is an economic loss in Gujarat, so be it in Maharashtra.
Arnab, this is absolutely...
Okay, 1 second. We have a response from the Shiv Sena to you.
Not acceptable.
Go ahead. From the Shiv Sena. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Manisha.
Well, I think what Mr. Owaisi is saying, I think what Mr. Owaisi is arguing is absolutely baseless. Alcoholism and alcohol production and the economics is a completely different issue. We are talking about ban on the beef. Let us, we are living in a country which is called Hindustan.
Why have you banned alcohol in Wardha?
Hindus
Why not in whole of Maharashtra?
As a god.
Is this how you pay homage to Father of Nation Mahatma Gandhi? That in Maharashtra only in Wardha you want to ban alcohol? Allow it in Wardha as well. Allow it in Wardha as well.
Wherever women's group have asked for a ban on alcohol, it has been done. So, if you see in Wardha in Chandrapur, the woman demanded.
Now there are enough people. Now there are enough people who are demanding that this ban be taken back. There are enough people. I mean, are you going to sit over there and decide who demands and who doesn't demand?
Okay, 1 minute. I want to remind the viewers, 20 minutes. 1 second. 20 minutes.
It is not a majority demand.
Dr. Manisha,
it is by one particular committee.
Just a reminder, a friendly. A reminder, 20 minutes left in this Newshour debate. 20 minutes remaining. Yes, please. No, 1 second. A counter to, we let Asaduddin Owaisi off the hook. I don't know why. Here is a person, Asaduddin Owaisi, who lacks the conviction in his own argument. 20 minutes remaining, Asaduddin Owaisi. You're losing this debate. I request you to actually respond to me tonight instead of trying to find a way out. Now, Asaduddin Owaisi, my question to you is simple. When the representative of the Sanatan Sanstha uses a religious argument, you get incensed and counter him. Right? When Sudhanshu Trivedi of the BJP uses a religious argument, you get incensed and counter him. I find, Asaduddin Owaisi, that you are secular when you talk about others. But you are communal when it comes to your own politics.
About what?
No, for example, listen to me.
Exactly.
Don't be on the defensive. 1 minute. Otherwise it shows. Why counter the argument, Asaduddin Owaisi, about beef with one of pork? Why counter the argument of beef with one of alcohol? you, sitting in the Newshour studio, have given a religious spin to an issue which you began by saying is a religious one, is an economic one. In other words, as the debate progressed, your camouflage went away, Asaduddin Owaisi.
No, it hasn't.
Economic was your camouflage. You also have a religious angle on
Please
this.
tell me, people have not died because
answer
of
my
beef.
question.
People have not died because of eating of beef.
No, people have died because of having pork.
Listen to me.
No, one sec. Prove to me that more people have died of having pork than having beef. Why have you given a religious spin to it? Don't give me a health spin to it.
I am not giving it a religious color.
You tried to.
No, I have never tried.
Your MLA tried to.
No.
Imtiaz Jalil tried.
He has a fact because in Aurangabad this incident happened. Why don't you see NCRB data?
No, he said.
The biggest cause of
he
death.
Said, no.
The biggest cause of death. The biggest cause of.
I quote. I will now proceed.
Are you trying to tell me
I will now
that
proceed.
people who eat beef are going to die?
So
are you trying to tell me that people who drink alcohol don't die?
Asaduddin Owaisi, I now want you to read out from here. This is what Imtiaz Jalil quoted in India Today, March 8, 2015 said. 1 second. He gave a religious angle to it. Pork is not allowed in the Muslim community, so does that mean that the government should also ban the slaughter of pigs as it hurts the religious sentiments of a community? You gave it a religious spin.
The argument being made by the BJP government in Maharashtra, that was a rhetorical question to the government of the day.
I don't understand.
That was a rhetorical question.
You can be communal, others.
No, I leave it to you.
You have the soul.
That was a rhetorical question to the government, asking them, when you talk about your culture, what about our feelings over here?
So
why do you bring it? Why do you bring it's an economic issue. It is an economic issue. Banning of beef is an economic issue. It's not a Muslim issue.
No, banning of pork.
See the conduct of this organization. I want
Sanatan
to only one
Sanstha
thing.
responding, yeah.
Mr. Owaisi talked about ban on alcohol. We ourselves have a policy that this policy for the villages is not applicable to Mumbai, as if Mumbai is for prostitution and drinks. We have observed with data.
Hold yourself back a bit. Don't cross the limits. Let us have a decent debate.
No, Mumbai we do not have this prohibition. Mumbai is excluded from the prohibition policy of 70% women. I am saying you this, that as if Mumbai is meant to be a city of only lust. My question is different. That whenever organization...
I don't know these generic stereotypes you are making.
No,
I condemn it.
I'm only putting it under the Prohibition Act.
You are making the headlines for the wrong reason.
Mr. Owaisi should ask why Mumbai is exempted from prohibition. He is going to Wardha and remaining Maharashtra. I am asking Mr. Owaisi, tomorrow we will come to the streets and organize agitation. Will your organization support? Now the women who have taken, women were beaten in Chandrapur, Gadchiroli, and their Muslim organizations are not participated also. These are all data speaks. See the names. See the names. See the names. You see Anna Hazare's Andolan, you find Muslims. But in prohibition, are your Karyakartas going? Our people are going there. It is not the case that we are not doing.
What are you calling him a hypocrite on the program? Then
100%.
Say so.
Otherwise, Mr. Owaisi, I am giving an open offer to you. Mumbai, we will take a march for prohibition. I will be with you. Are you supporting?
Whatever needs to be done, we are strong enough to do it on our own. We don't want to go with you. We'll do it on our own. We don't want to go to an organization who have a history.
On your own, you will never do it.
Who have a grave history. So leave us alone. We will do it on our own. The people of Maharashtra will decide.
What you have done on your own is only
we know what happened in Goa. We know what happened, all the murders which have taken place. So leave that alone. That's a different debate.
What happened in Azad Maidan?
That's a different debate.
Don't convert the topic.
That's a different debate.
Azad Maidan, the people
have condemned it.
Naked the people.
I have condemned it.
I have condemned it. They should be hanged.
Fine. Let the law take its own course. Let the law take its own course.
For Bangladeshi Muslims.
Where? What have you done? What have your government, ideological government, done to take them out? Why have you kept quiet? Why have you kept quiet 10 months? No, you are part and parcel of all Sangh Parivar ideology. You are more extreme in their views.
By our petition, they were booked, not because of any others. Everybody has supported them.
Can I make one further?
Arnab?
No, one sec. Saba wants to come back to the debate. One sec. Saba wants to come.
I want to say one thing.
Saba, please.
Yes,
and before that, Saba, this debate started with one on diet and economic issues. As of now, this debate is solely, unfortunately, gone into the realm of religion. So let us not be hypocrites too.
Absolutely.
Those who are pushing for it have a religious angle. Those who are against it also have put a religious angle. Yes, please, Saba.
Yes, and Arnab, we quoted Gandhiji, you quoted Gandhiji. He was the one who said an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. This is about food. This is not about religion. Please, let me take it back to the fact
but it's been made one of religion.
Who's talked about farmers. Let me talk about farmers. Please, I have done this story. Farmers struggle. They they indulge in agriculture, and after the animals stop producing milk, very often they are poor, they go and sell it off. That is how farmers' lives are affected. This is not about people survive in this country. People are poor. Please don't do this beef versus cow, pork versus this. Mr. Owaisi, I beg of you, don't do that. It is not an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Let us save our
She's asking you the same question I did. Same question which you didn't answer.
Please.
No, the same question.
And I want to say something to Sudhanshu. One thing. Finally to Sudhanshu.
Go ahead.
Who keeps on saying Muslims do this, Muslims do that. In my family in Uttar Pradesh, beef has never entered our house, ever, by the way. But I know of Dalits who eat beef. It is almost, it's a certain, it does not enter in that part of UP. In certain class of Muslims, it does not enter the home. Let's be very clear. So it's not about me. It is about me being aware of people who eat cheaper form of meat also.
Precisely. One let him respond directly to. After that I'll come to you. Yeah, Sudhanshu.
Saba is saying correct. The first proposal of ban on beef and ban on cow slaughter was put in 1952 in presence of Mr. Rajendra Prasad, and it was duly signed by all communities, including Muslims. And the first proposal came in the Indian Parliament in 1967, supported by all communities. Till that, it was not a religious issue. Unfortunately, it is now made a religious issue. On the issue of majoritarianism, what Mr. Owaisi has said, if we want to say the minorities, which are minuscule minorities, like Jain, like Buddhist, like Sikh, do they not have any rights? Can be the majoritarianism even in the minority? Now I would come on the economic aspect. You know, which food item contributes biggest to the increasing chlorofluorocarbon during the process of manufacturing? It is beef. It is scientifically proven. Which is the item which provides least carbon emission at the time of fertilizer? It is cow dung. Scientific economic aspect. Which is the best possible food? It is the cow milk, which is the scientific aspect. Which is the lowest cost pesticide? It is the cow urine. This is the low cost pesticide. So we have to educate the farmers how cow can be utilized even other than milk. As far as the leather industry is concerned, definitely cows will die a natural death, then the leather can be utilized.
No, 1 second.
There is no need of killing them for the sake of leather industry. So by each and every parameter, it is economically viable and scientifically applicable.
No, 1 second, please. Sudhanshu Trivedi, couple of questions coming your way. Yeah.
Sudhanshu ji, just one point which will simplify what the Bharatiya Janata Party is up to. You are trying to kill two birds with one stone. By playing the beef ban, you are playing to your political vote bank domestically, while you are exploiting the foreign exchange earnings by beef exports abroad. I mean, this has to be the master of deception, the ultimate in political hypocrisy. So you are saying beef ban, no internal consumption, but great for external consumption. The cruelty to animals becomes irrelevant for you when it comes to foreign exchange earnings. I mean, that is as duplicitous as the Bharatiya Janata Party can be. So you are playing your own religious reasons for political vote bank here using the beef ban, while you're exploiting the earnings because Mr. Modi needs to reduce his current account deficit. Remarkable. Hats off to you, sir.
No, 1 second, please. With the larger point being made, Sudhanshu Trivedi, and you have not answered a basic question. I think it's very relevant. Asaduddin Owaisi, you still stand by what you said?
I want to answer
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
It is not BJP which is playing a vote bank politics. It is the Congress by banning beef has played the vote bank politics in contrast with the directive principles and what Mahatma Gandhi
has said. By the way, it is a Congress party. It is a Congress party led the political consensus on having cow slaughter banned in the majority of states in India.
For us, it is not a political issue.
For somebody who quotes history at the drop of a hat, you so conveniently
10 minutes left on the debate.
Scientific rational
Sudhanshu ji, you quote history left, right and center.
Just 2 years back, you were saying
you turn to be oblivious to certain basic elementary history which is known even to secondary school students.
This is a scientific aspect. So there are certain Indian wisdom which are ahead of time.
Sir,
be open
sir, you need a scientific temper. And a scientific temper which is given in the Constitution talks about tolerance. talks about inclusiveness, talks about trying to carry all communities together. So please don't teach us constitutional history.
All right.
That
Then
means
you
you are
also have
highly
to take
dubious
care of
in your
them.
policy.
All right, one second. Sudhanshu Trivedi. Sudhanshu Trivedi, when Narendra Modi entered the Indian Parliament, when he entered the Indian Parliament, he said even one MP is important. Did he or did he not say? Therefore, we assume that every citizen is important. 1% of the population is also important. Right? In Goa, your chief minister takes the... allow me to complete. 1 second. You are losing the debate, sir. In Goa, your chief minister says Christians account for 30% of the population, remaining are from the Muslim community. 38% minorities in Goa. I can't ban beef. This is Parsekan. 38%. So I want you to tell me, and then Asaduddin Owaisi and the others can respond. Tell me, what is the percentage of population that you need of people who eat beef for you to allow the slaughter of cows?
And by the way,
so Muslims, just a minute, just a minute, sir, listen to me,
scientific and economic aspect for which I have given ample number of evidence and data. Somehow people are not ready to accept. And what Narendra Modi ji is trying to do and what our state government is trying to do,
actually, Arnab, Buffalo moves to Bangladesh as a form of illegal.
No, so the argument being made, Sudhanshu Trivedi,
livelihood of our
Sudhanshu Trivedi, listen, Sudhanshu Trivedi, the basic argument you made for the longest time, 1 second, Saba, please, 1 second. The basic argument made is cultural. So a lot of people eat beef, we'll allow it. That's what the Goa chief minister
economic,
says.
scientific also.
Okay, but primarily cultural, going by a Goa example. Now, sir, in Maharashtra, Muslims are 13.5 to 14%. Christians are 3%. Christians are 3%.
Because majority of community or
सर कुछ बोलने तो दीजिए मुझे, आज आप मौका ही नहीं दे रहे। आप सर आप बैकफुट पे हैं, इसलिए बोलने का मौका नहीं दे रहे। मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ 13 से 14% मुस्लिम, 3% होते हैं क्रिश्चियन, दलित के 16% होते हैं।
पॉइंट का लॉजिकल आंसर मुझे नहीं मिला,
यानी कि मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ कि 32 to 33%
कार्बन का मिला, ना फर्टिलाइजर का मिला, ना काऊ मिल्क के क्वालिटी का मिला।
सर आप मुझे बताइए, आप मुझे बताइए महाराष्ट्र में जो मेरे पास, जो आप मेरी बात तो सुने सुधांशु जी, मेरी बात तो सुने।
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल एस्पेक्ट का आंसर मिला, डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल से लेकर महात्मा गांधी ने अपने मैगजीन हरिजन में लिखा था कि
सुधांशु जी अभी मौका दीजिए, सुधांशु जी मौका। 1 minute,
cow is not the relevant issue. Cow slaughter is banned.
No, 1 minute. Please let me go. I think just like Asaduddin Owaisi was unable to answer my question on why he gave a religious spin to an issue he described as economic, Sudhanshu Trivedi is stuck. My question to him is simple. मेरे पास जो आंकड़े हैं उनसे पता चलता है कि 30 से 40% जो लोग हैं महाराष्ट्र के, सेंसस के जो पॉपुलेशन है उसके मुताबिक 30 से 40% लोग बीफ खाते हैं, या 30% मान लीजिए, 28% मान लीजिए, 25% मान लीजिए। तो क्या उन 25% जो है उन पे आर्टिकल 21 ऑफ द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विच इज द राइट टू लिबर्टी, फंडामेंटल राइट, क्या उन लोगों पर ये जो फंडामेंटल है राइट है ये हावी नहीं होता? ये सवाल है मेरा। और असदुद्दीन ओवैसी भी कहना चाहते हैं आपको कुछ। असदुद्दीन ओवैसी, 5 minutes on the debate, please. Asaduddin Owaisi.
The Modi government came on the promise of providing jobs. This government sends a delegation to WTO talks saying that we will not accept the American diktats because it will have an effect on agricultural output. You go to climate change conferences, you say no, it will have an impact on economic growth. My basic question to you is that, have you done a study of the economic impact which is going to happen in Maharashtra? And secondly, in the name of cleaning of Ganga, I am making a charge against this Modi-led government that this is a design to hurt economically the people who have been involved in this trade for centuries. Under the name of cleaning of Ganga, 675 industries are being identified. More
but
than
that's
200.
No,
let me complete. I'm making an important point
then
over
come
here.
To the point,
I'm making a point
come
over
to the
here.
Point,
200 industries are going to be closed. Why are you now going back on your word of providing jobs? You don't want to accept WTO. You don't want to accept climate change. But here it is. You don't have any alternate plan. Neither the Maharashtra government has allocated a single pie. Your government has not given the financial amount required for the drought which Maharashtra has faced. But these are the only issues so that you can keep on, making up the religious issues so that it helps you politically. That is your own design. It has come out openly. Why aren't you providing ICDS centers the 10,000 crores is required? You talk about food habits. What about infant mortality rate? Your priorities are absolutely misplaced and you have a communal design over here to hurt economically.
No, what communal design? You didn't answer my question on why you gave it a communal spin earlier. Why you were talking about the ban on pork?
That was a rhetorical question.
16% Dalits, that is my question.
No, 1 second.
Here there is a presumption that all 16% Dalits are eating beef. This I am objecting, there is no statistics for this. Out of Dalits, 0.5% or 1%. Dalits are not eating, this is a misconception. There are few popularity-oriented leaders who are making these false statements. We have Dalit friends, we are working with them, they are part of our organizations. So this is a blatantly false statement. Abba may have some friend who might have eaten.
Only one question, Sudhanshu Trivedi. Let's not be hypocrites. India in 2007, the number is going up. 5th largest meat producer in the world, 6.3 million tons. 62% of this was cow meat. 31% of this was cattle meat. All this continued in all the years of the Atal Bihari Vajpayee Sarkar.
That's right.
Right? And in the 10 months of the Modi Sarkar, the exports of beef have gone up.
70%.
तो मेरा सवाल तो ये है हिंदी में जो कहते हैं हिंदी में जो कहते हैं हाथी के दांत खाने के और दिखाने के लिए तो आप कह रहे हैं कि हम बीफ खाने नहीं देंगे लोगों को एक्सपोर्ट तो ज्यादा हो रहा है टेक्नोलॉजी जो है कांग्रेस ने आप पर एलिगेशन रखा है उन्होंने बड़ा जोर से एलिगेशन रखा है कि जो टेक्नोलॉजी है द टेक्नोलॉजी यूज्ड टू स्लॉटर काउज duty has been reduced on that technology according
to Arun Jaitley's budget of last year
by the BJP government.
So who is the advisor? Justice Krishna is the advisor.
2.5 minutes left. Please give me an explanation.
Double standards.
You are not looking on sure ground tonight.
अगर आप ये कहना चाहते हैं
जी
कि हाथी के खाने के दांत और दिखाने के दांत और अगर आपका लॉजिक माने तो फिर बहस करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है फिर किस बात की बहस
हार मान चुके हैं सुधांशु जी
हार मान चुके हैं
तो आप दूसरी तरफ आप कह रहे हैं कि साथ बीजेपी
पराजित हो गए हैं सुधांशु जी
दूसरी तरफ आप एक अलग बात कह रहे हैं जो अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी की गवर्नमेंट की बात कही हमने गो हत्या निरोधक अधिनियम लाने का प्रयास किया था उस समय हमारे सहयोगी
Sir, what is going to be the economic impact? What is going to be what is the economic impact of this beef ban in Maharashtra? You know, it is going to be 6,000 crores. Are you going to compensate those people?
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की स्टडी से लेके
अरे सर बीफ बैन की वजह से 6,000 करोड़ का नुकसान होने जा रहा है
कंट्री के इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट के लिए आगे बढ़ना चाहिए
तो मैं कह रहा हूं आपको सुधांशु जी अगर आप सुधांशु त्रिवेदी सुधांशु त्रिवेदी okay Sudhanshu Trivedi I am not arguing on the economic ground also okay 50,000 by the way 50,000 people are directly involved.
I would like to say one sentence
no before your sentence
there was a great Muslim poet Sayyid Ibrahim Raskhan who has said even if I get an opportunity to reborn as an animal I should be born as a cow along with Lord Krishna uses to say Sayyid Ibrahim Raskhan has said
Sudhanshu साहब I'll tell you one thing लम्हों ने खता की सदियों ने सजा पाई लम्हों ने खता की सदियों ने सजा पाई सितमगर तुझसे उम्मीद वफा होगी जीने होगी हम तो देखना है कि तू जालिम कहां तक है
नहीं 1 second he said something to you please listen no 1 second he said Saba 1 minute. He said Asaduddin Owaisi said something to Sudhanshu Trivedi which he didn't listen to. Now only Sudhanshu Trivedi, I have only one point to you. Since you believe it hurts people, it's against Indian culture, right? You've used pesticide argument, urine argument, every argument tonight. Then I'm telling you, the Narendra Modi government should immediately bring an ordinance to ban all export of beef.
Yep.
Bring an ordinance. If you believe in it,
that's right.
If you believe in it and you're not, it's not a sham argument.
That's right.
Then I say, bring in then stop the export of beef.
Yeah.
Or don't carry out these silly arguments. You agree with
Fully- fully
Sanatan
supported.
Sanstha wants it.
Sanatan Sanstha is not on this with the BJP government. It should be completely banned.
Animal husbandry is primarily an state
won't do
subject.
it.
Now he passes the buck.
They won't do it. They won't do it.
Pansekar not doing it in Goa?
Do it in Maharashtra.
Why is Pansekar not doing it in Goa?
One at a time. Who's going? So Rahul Narvekar.
Why is the Goa government not doing it if it's a state subject?
Answer the question.
Going by your logic, your government in Goa should be doing it.
Answer the question.
By this
Extending the
logic,
debate.
I would
5
like
more
to
minutes.
ask,
Sudhanshu
Can we
why
extend
so many governments?
One second. I want to announce. We are on an important point.
Why do you have banned?
One second. We are on an important point. One second.
No Congress government.
Gentlemen, one second. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on an important point right now. Should I extend? One second. Do I have everyone's permission? Do I have everyone's permission to extend?
But there is a ban on cows.
No, one second. I'm asking the panelists.
Even in Bengal it is banned.
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, आप वीक पॉइंट में, इसका मतलब नहीं इतना उत्तेजित हो जाए. चलिए, सबकी अग्रीमेंट है. मैं डिबेट को 5 मिनट से एक्सटेंड कर रहा हूं. एक्सटेंडिंग द डिबेट.
जवाब दे रहा हूं किन किन राज्यों ने
एक्सटेंडिंग द डिबेट.
बैन कर रखा है.
एक्सटेंडिंग द डिबेट नाउ प्लीज. वन सेकंड.
करीब 18 काउ स्लॉटर पे बैन.
Sudhanshu ji, the reason why you are not responding to Arnab's question is because you know that today India has 20% of the global export beef market, and that is precious foreign exchange that Mr. Narendra Modi wants. And therefore, this is the old style. Running with the hare, hunting with the hounds. You try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Mr. Trivedi, I don't think you have an answer to that. If you really are serious about it, then why don't you ban beef exports?
Ban has been put in
ban beef exports.
In the coming years, the story will change. Definitely, we will earn the number of a huge amount of foreign exchange. But through constructive means, as during our last government.
No. One second. As I extend this debate.
So he's confessing that the economic objectives continue.
Therefore, I have taken your own argument. Saba, yes, Saba. Go ahead, please. Debate is extended. Saba.
Arnab, Sudhanshu keeps on talking about how cow slaughter has been banned since that time and people have cooperated. He gives half a version of history and then he twists the facts around, because the fact is that cow slaughter is banned in most places in India. And the other point, so why is this issue raised again and again by them, except to make it a communal issue? Sudhanshu, मैं आपको दिल्ली में चुनाव के बीच में एक इंसिडेंट के बारे में आपको शायद पता है. दिल्ली में बवाना में दंगे होने का, there was a chance of riots over there. What happened? Let me just tell you the story. People from the Bajrang Dal BHP said that somebody was doing gau hatya over there. Then the police went there and they found a milkman with a cow. Now, if you are going to carry on shouting about cow slaughter, you are creating the environment for people to raise issues and try and create
this is, I think, you see, Saba.
This is a recorded case.
Saba, 1 second. This is one of the first time. What has happened in this whole beef debate, if I can just have, if you remember, you may have seen these debates on other channels. What does it happen? Oh, it offends Hindus versus it does not offend Muslims.
Yes.
It's become a plain and simple, and I have been so bothered about this line of argument. Hindu versus Muslim debate. And I feel even in sections of the media, we're played into the hands of these politicians. Sections of the media have allowed this to become a Hindu versus Muslim debate.
It is not doing justice to Jains, Buddhists.
It is not. Don't make it a religious issue.
It is Hindu-Muslim debate.
Don't make it a religious issue. It's not a religious issue.
You are saying it.
Okay, so
and the Buddhists and Sikhs.
Okay, fine.
They are the minority, so you will ignore
fine. So we have extended
so
Sudhanshu Trivedi, I'm saying only one thing to you. No, 1 second. Sabha, 1 minute, please. Sudhanshu, I'm only saying one thing to you. Don't try to make it a religious issue. You make it a religious issue, I will take you on. You make it a religious issue, I will question you hard. You make it a religious issue, I'll ask you 5 counter questions in turn, because Sudhanshu Trivedi, I too am a Hindu and all religions must be respected in this country. My question to you tonight is not that. Okay, so Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, okay, what's it? Shiv Sena is on the debate. What's it? Shiv Sena, and then I'll come to Asaduddin Owaisi. Shiv Sena. No, what's it? Saba, a minute. Saba, hold back. Saba, you made your point. You made your point. 1 second. Dr. Manisha of the Shiv Sena, do you support a total ban on all beef exports? Do you believe that if the BJP believes in this issue, there should be a total ban on all exports? Otherwise, it's hypocrisy. Dr. Manisha, do you want a total ban on all beef exports?
Well,
Well, what?
Well, I think that government at the center should come out clearly with the policy. Because
you're part of the government.
In different states, there are different policies.
You're part of the government.
Some are central issues,
you're
some
part
are
of the
state
government.
issues.
Ask Mr.
Yes,
Arnab
we are
Gite
part
to
of the
voice it
government,
in the
but
next cabinet meeting.
we have just a small representative in the government.
It's very convenient.
So I feel that the government has to come. The government at the center has to come out with a clear policy.
Dr. Manisha, you know what I call that, Dr.
No,
Manisha?
I'm not passing the buck.
You are passing the buck.
As far I'm concerned with the government in Maharashtra.
This is an
Then why are you part of the government in Delhi?
I want to tell you that
one second, last question. One second.
Why are you a part of the NDA government
is religious as well as economical issues.
Last point, and this debate has gone on beyond its time.
Okay,
one second. Asaduddin Owaisi.
Also, there is a
Asaduddin, Dr. Manisha, I have limited time now. Dr. Manisha, time, I'm running out of time. My question. No, Saba, 1 minute, Saba. Only Asaduddin Owaisi to now respond to Sudhanshu Trivedi. I'm saying tonight, everyone's saying tonight, you actually believe in it? And you want this country to earn billions of dollars by killing cows? You made such a stunning argument here that it hurts your culture and your religion, but the amount of beef being exported under the Modi government is going up. The graph is going up. Is this how you want to earn foreign exchange? And if it is not, and no, one second, if it is not, then Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, everyone on the panel believes if it is not and you're not being hypocritical about it, then ban the export of beef. You can't keep, encouraging people to export beef and then say we protect cows, which means you can kill cows as long as you send the beef abroad.
That's right.
You can kill cows as long as you send the beef abroad. Makes no sense to me. Asaduddin Owaisi on this. Should he do that if he believes in it? Asaduddin Owaisi wants to say something. Asaduddin Owaisi.
Husbandry is a state subject. If the northeast states are producing in excess, what is to be done?
Ban the export.
We are not going to import
ban the export of buffalo meat. Ban it. I challenge you to do it because you talk about organic, you talk about science, you talk about everything. Ban it. For God's sake, do it. Let us see whether you have the courage of conviction. Ban it immediately. Let us see whether you can do it. If you say the state subject, do you know that you cannot open these centers without the government of India, agriculture department permission? Why don't you do it in Maharashtra? Do it in Rajasthan. Wherever your governments are, let us see whether you can do it. You talk about all science and Babar Nama, Akbar Nama, do it. Who's stopping you?
We have $350 billion of foreign exchange. If you ban the export of beef, the economy is not going to collapse. Ban it. Ban it, please, Mr. Trivedi. Ban it. Why are you not speaking now? आप कुछ भी तो नहीं बोल रहे हैं ban पे. क्या हो गया आपको?
I am saying when
गौ हत्या कीजिए और एक्सपोर्ट कीजिए.
The people will gradually understand. But up till now, the gradually there are several states which are not banning cow slaughter.
हम खाक हो जाएंगे तुमको खबर होने तक.
Argument.
But I want to make it sure.
Okay.
I want to assure you that we will not encourage anything.
All right.
Can further increase the slaughtering of cows.
I'm sorry, but your double standards completely
that economically it is viable for India. Scientifically, it is viable for India, and culturally, it is also required for India.
Whether
I think at this point,
you eat beef or not.
Saba, 1 minute. Saba, I think one point comes out very strongly here tonight.
Saba, in due course of time, science will prove which is better to eat or better not to eat.
So science
if you want to discuss, go into the detail and study it, then you will get your answer automatically.
You can keep talking till the cows come home,
right
but you're convincing nobody. But you're convincing nobody.
50 years back it was said.
I am happy tonight. 1 second, 1 minute.
Now in the entire world except that predominantly person has to be vegetarian.
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Predominantly.
Sudhanshu Trivedi. I have one suggestion to you. I have one suggestion to you. I have one suggestion to you. You are a senior BJP leader, spokesperson, you're a political advisor to Rajnath Singh, you're an influential man in the BJP. Please remind your leaders that when they were voted to power, they said we'll give you jobs. Not that we'll stop this food and stop that food. You did not come into power on the basis of food politics. You came into power saying that we'll provide you jobs, we'll give you roads, इन्वेस्टमेंट विल गो, अब अच्छे दिन आएंगे. अभी आप बीफ गोवा में खाने देते हैं, महाराष्ट्र में नहीं खाने देते हैं. आई डोंट नो इफ दैट इज द एवरेज पर्सन्स डेफिनेशन ऑफ अच्छे दिन. Thank you. I'm only happy for the first time the religious angle has been exposed on this debate on the beef ban tonight. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.